Katika kipindi tunakuletea wasanii.
What's up my guys, I go by the name Rainams.
Eti nikipita kwa macho unanipimia, na kama sina pesa unguwezi nipimia. Hapa Shensta the poet manze.
Ngoma moto moto.
If you wanna show some love, but don't fake it too. Enda kumenya mawazo makuu, nani anendera shule, utani waku.
Vichekesho mkisongaza, mahojiano moto moto, stori za wasanii pamoja na talanta za wasanii.
Fiki wa kasi gani kama wapatikani wakati wa shida.
Na pia kwenye kipindi utabambika, utajijenga, utaelimika, utakuza talanta yako.
My name is Rebecca Mutie, I'm a model and I'm Afri Kenya. I'm a student. Napenda kusikiza kipindi cha Bonga na Katoni kila Jumatatu kuanzia saa 9 mpaka saa 10.
Kumbuka ni kwenye Bonga na Katoni ndani ya TAS TV kuanzia saa 9 hadi saa 10 kila siku ya Jumatatu.
This is Bonga na Katoni in TAS TV. Karibuni.
Okay, good morning, mambo vipi? Karibuni sana wapenzi watazamaji. Tulikuwa tumemisiana sana lakini sasa I'm back ikiwa leo ni tarehe 12 mwezi wa 5 mwaka 2025. Mpenzi mtazamaji, tuko katika mwezi wa 5 na mwaka uko karibu kuisha. Sijui plans zako maze zimeenda venye ulikuwa umeplan ama mambo yamekwenda namna gani? Lakini kabla tujaingia kwenye show, manake hii leo tuko na mada kali tena zaidi ambayo tutakuwa tukichambua pale. Nikufahamisha ya kwamba TAS College wanapeana mafunzo ya German language pale. TAS College wanapeana mafunzo ya German language. Kama wewe ni mmoja wapo na ungependa kujiunga na wao, unaweza ukawasiliana na nambari yao ya simu ambayo ni 0797154042 pale. Ukaweza kuwasiliana na wao na ili ukaweze kupata nafasi ya kwako pale. Alright, pia niko na good news kwa wanafunzi ambao mnajiunga for the attachment. Kama unatafuta attachment ya media, umemaliza pale campus, unatafuta attachment ya media, unatafuta mahali ambapo unaweza ukajifix pale, TAS TV wako na good information kwako. Unaweza ukawasiliana na TAS TV ukaweze kuchukua nafasi ya attachment pale. Kufikia TAS TV unaweza ukatuma rafa ama ukawapigia nambari ya simu ambao ni 0798154042 pale. Ukipiga hiyo nambari ya simu pale utakuwa ukipokelewa na wewe mwenyewe unaweza ukapata nafasi ya kwako pale. Attachment registration bado inaendelea pale. Kwa hivyo usipite mwanze, when you student na unataka kuingia attachment ya media mwanze, this is a very good offer mwanze, unaweza ukajinufaisha wewe mwenyewe. I don't want to waste time mwanze. Leo niko happy and I'm ready to learn, I'm ready also to listen. Let me introduce the guest of the day. Mambo vipi? Karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
Kindly introduce yourself.
My name is Mr. Kevin Mwigai. I'm an educational expert.
Yes.
With a background in BSc Applied Biology and continuing Masters in Conservation Biology.
Yes.
From JKUAT.
Today we are having a very wide topic, a very wide conversation.
Yes,
how
yes.
to package oneself for a job market. Kindly explain for us, what is that?
Thank you. Now,
Yes.
in the current world or in the current nation we
Yes.
are in, we have many people out there looking for a job.
Yes.
And how to package yourself for the job market means that how you as a person,
Yes.
you're going to convince the employer, either professionally, strategically, education-wise,
Yes.
you are best fit for an opportunity that is there. That is how we term it as how to package oneself. How good am I in a crowd of many that I can stand out to be the best? That is how I package myself. Maybe the skills I have, the qualifications I have, how my documentation is, how I present myself.
Yes.
That is total in one genre, how to package oneself to be ready for a job market.
Yes.
Yes.
Before we go far,
Yes.
during the interview, one is preparing himself or herself for an interview.
Yes, yes.
How you supposed to represent yourself there? Because this is the first time, and many people fail when they are going for an interview.
True.
Yes.
I have been in a panel for quite some time.
Yes.
And I have seen people coming for interviews. Some pass, some not really, because of a few things that people tend maybe not to put keenness in them. One,
Yes.
when you go for an interview, there are three phases for an interview. We have the pre-interview,
Yes.
we have the interview, and the post-interview.
Okay.
For the pre-interview, you need to, number one, check your documentation. Are they well arranged? We have original document and copies.
Yes.
Keep them safe. Check on the poster or the opportunity that you got on the location, the timelines. Then do a mock interview.
Yes.
Do a mock interview. You can do it with oneself. You can do it with a partner who can help you. And also research on the company that is inviting you.
Yes.
Know their vision, know their mission, and what they do. That is now pre-interview.
Yes.
Now you go now to the interview itself. How you present yourself. You need to be courageous enough,
Yes.
confident. You also need to have well grooming. Yeah, you not necessarily you be in a suit,
Yes.
but in a professional manner.
Okay.
Then present your points in a chronological manner. Have your documents ready for presentation also.
Yes.
Then we need answers that are very short and precise and to the point.
Wow.
That is now during the interview. We don't need much stories. No. We just give a question and then you respond to us. Then finally, we
Yes.
have the post interview. This one, once you are done with the interview,
Yes.
there is a point at which it is very good you tell the panel,
Yes.
once you're leaving, that thank you so much for having me, and I look forward to working with you.
Yes.
And then you leave. Once you leave, it is important you do a follow-up text or an email. Tell them you invited me for an interview. I came and I did my interview and I look forward to working with you. That is the whole process of an interview.
Wow.
But that process, we don't call it an interview. We call it conversation.
Conversation.
Because when you say interview, people tend to think now they want to know more about me. So it's more like now you wonder and you start even getting worried. But when you say it's just a conversation, we're just having one-on-one conversation, you don't term it as an interview. People get to be settled and composed. Yes, yes.
Nowadays, you know, Gen Zs don't take serious
Exactly.
matters of dressing. Talk more about dressing, because people think that I can wear howly the way I think. I can wear open shoes and I go to the interview.
Yes, yes, yes.
The
yes.
dressing code, is it necessary and is it important?
Dressing code, the first thing, while we enter in the interview room,
Yes.
we check on you first of all. How are you groomed?
Physical appearance.
Physical appearance,
Yes.
are you smart? Not necessarily in a suit, I said, but in a professional manner.
Yes.
That one tells us a lot about you. One, it gives us a positive impression of you. It also tells us you understand what you're doing.
Yes.
It also tells us you are ready for the market. I always say this, when you are going to meet a client,
Yes.
you need to show this client that you don't need the money of the client to groom yourself. You already set. What you need is opportunity to lay the foundation and lay off your skills. So the first impression when you get into the interview room,
Yes.
we see how you're dressed. It gives us a positive impression of you. It also tells us something more about you.
Yes.
And that one can lead even the other members of the panels, because once we are done with the interview, we give ourselves like 5 to 10 minutes and we discuss about you.
Yes.
So we tell oh, this man, this lady seems to be organized, he's well dressed,
Yes.
and that one tells us even job. When you give you an opportunity,
Yes.
you're also going to do your good in a good manner. You're going to have maybe your documentation well arranged, well organized. Your office is going to be organized and all that. So I always tell people, don't necessarily be in a suit, but it is important to be in a suit. But when you wear professional wear, that gives you even added advantage even in the interview.
Yes.
It gives you a very, very, very professional outlay
Yes.
from the panels.
Another thing, it is about the communication language.
Yes, yes.
We know there are some people who are good in Swahili, others are good in English. Is it good for me? The first time I entered to the office,
Yes, yes.
can I request to speak in Kiswahili? Can I request to speak in English? Is it necessary to do that?
Okay, not necessarily. When we invite you for an interview, yes, maybe not unless the panel tells you we are going to do this interview and we are going to involve you in Kiswahili.
Okay.
That's okay. But if the panel doesn't involve any kind of alterations from that, then just know from your mind the interview is totally in English. You need to be fluent and consistency.
You know, we know Kiswahili is also a national language to our country.
Yes, it is.
So you are asking in English, you are answering in Swahili.
It is bad. It is bad. It is bad.
Yes.
We have a mark sheet. We have a mark sheet that we grade marks with. When you come in, the way you present yourself, there are marks for that.
Okay.
In communication, we need you to be fluency and consistency. There's nowhere you will say at some point, can I explain in Kiswahili? No. Umeanguka mtihani sana. We don't allow that. Because we always say, if this is the organization that we are coming to work from, we are going to meet maybe clients from abroad, Indians, Europeans, they don't know Kiswahili. But there is a basic language that cuts across all of each and every person, which is English. So your fluency, your consistency in English gives you marks for that. Yes.
So sometimes it is good to practice English.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
People wanakulia Sheng huku nje sana. You see like the Sheng so much. Sometimes you may be in an interview.
Yes.
And then there is no answers, yes answers. There is a question may be asked, but you don't know the answer. Is it good to say no, or is there another way that I can communicate to them so that they can feel that I'm good?
That's a good one, because I remember sometimes I was in a panel, and someone came, we asked a question, but the lady didn't have an answer. So she's like, that one I don't know, now what do I answer? That is wrong. Remember, we're still awarding you marks for presentation.
Yes.
So the best thing when you don't know an answer, the best approach to that is tell them the fact. That one I have no idea, but it's something I'm going to work on it quickly, and once I'm done out of this interview, it will be first a priority to me to work on that.
Wow.
So they know truly this person is genuine
and is ready for
and
the
is
work.
ready for the work.
Yes.
It's just that here there's some gap, just kidogo too, because he's not aware of about that, but he is promising immediately he's going to work on that.
Wow.
Yes, so that one gives you another advantage. Yes.
Others wako zile za sijui sasa nitafanya nini sijui. I think that one, it is a rude way to answer the question.
Yeah, that one under marks and awarding of marks for professionalism, that one you'll get a 0. It's better to get at least 1 or 2, because at least you say truly you don't know, but it's something you're going to work on that. That one you can get a 1 mark or something, which will be an added value in your total awardings.
Wow.
Yes.
Very nice. You know, sometimes after the interview, unaambiwanga tutakupigia simu. People feel that they have failed. How do you know that you are in the right position?
What you do, there is something called post-interview analysis.
Yes.
Once you are done with the interview, just go have a sitting, review the interview. Just check, where did you go wrong, or where did you do your best. From the analysis itself, it can tell you, this one was mine.
Wow.
Or rather, this one I might be 50-50. Yes, I can get a chance or not. And then the other option is, totally, this one I was out. This one I was out. So you evaluate yourself in that manner.
Yes.
You evaluate yourself in that manner, and then you see. Because I remember, there's a time I also went for an interview, and I did my interview, and left. Once I left, I had my own sitting, and I did analysis of that interview.
Yes.
And I could grade myself. For this one I was out.
Actually,
for that one I was totally out. I remember. So that is when I realized there is something wrong. There's something I need to know about these interviews, so that next time when I grade myself, I will say, no, I have high chances of getting that opportunity. I have very many chances. So once you evaluate yourself, you can be able to know where you are. The second thing you do, you said you do an after text to them or an email. Tell them, thank you, I was there for an interview, and I look forward to working with you. Then also give yourself some time, because of course, once you are done with the interview, we tell you we are going to communicate. So give yourself like a week or 2, then do another follow-up, so that we can see I'm still making a follow-up on the interview I did, and I'm still waiting for a positive feedback from them. The other team can evaluate themselves and see, there is a consistency of follow-up.
Yes.
This person truly needs this job.
Hardworking person.
Is really making it to the opportunity, and you can see that that's okay now. I think this is the right person you are looking for.
Wow.
Then they call you. Yeah, so that follow-up after the interview is very important.
Wow.
Yes.
Very nice. Why is personal branding so important in today's job market?
Today we have very many variety of people. We have Gen Zs, we also have millennials. But the fact remains that when you go for interview, we don't want to know who is a Gen Z. We don't want to know who is a millennial. We want to see a person who can work for this job, who can be in this opportunity, the person who is skilled and all that. So for personal branding is important in this way.
Yes.
One, we have very many people outside there looking for the same opportunity that you are looking for. So what makes you outstanding from them? That is one. So you need to package yourself well. You need to be, number one, have skills. Skills for the opportunity that you're getting. Number two, since we have very many people looking for the similar opportunity, this one makes you to be an outstanding person in that area. Once you become an outstanding person, definitely you get the opportunity on your hand. Three, we also have this aspect of, like now, many people are learned. Many people are learned. And industries and companies are looking for skilled power. Yes, papers are there, but papers are just a first interview. Then we go to the second interview. What are your skills? What are your skills for this opportunity? So you can have papers, but you don't have skills. You can have papers, but you don't have skills. So once you become an understanding person in this perspective, you obviously get the opportunity. And then for this personal branding, we also need employers who are going to give you a first-hand impression when you go for the opportunities. So this one personal branding entails your documentation, your presentation, your communications, and all that. So once you give the employer first impression, you get high chances of survival in that interview and for that opportunity.
Wow.
Yes.
Speaking about the skills.
Yes.
Let me give you an example. There is somebody who saw a poster somewhere. We need a driver, experience of 10 years. And then you have an experience of 7 years. Is it good to go for that interview?
Personally, when I was studying back then in campus, I would see a poster for an interview. I would apply. Some would disqualify me based on the number of experience years they need, but some would call me. Some would call me, and positively I would go and tell them, truly I'm studying, but I just needed to come and see this opportunity, if it could fit me or not. Then they could now give me more questions, how we're going to work, how we're going to balance work, studies, and all that. Those ones, nilijua kuwapanga. However, I didn't get opportunities. But what I wanted from that aspect is I wanted to learn more. I wanted to learn more because there is how this interview is conducted. There is how this interview is conducted based on different opportunities that are present. So when you're having 7 years experience and the opportunity at hand is for 10 years experience, don't hesitate to apply. Just go. We look for more aspects beside the 7 years experience. Yes, in the score sheet, in the interview score sheet, we look for various things. Beside the work experience, we look for qualifications. We also look for other certifications you might be having. So you can't be having 7 years experience, but you have other certifications that you can help the organization. You've done first aid. In case of an accident, you can help. You've also done maybe catering. In case of an event, you can also chip in something. Then the other person with 10 years experience can just have the 10 years experience with nothing extra. Just driving for 10 years. So you can be having 7 years experience with extra aspects. That one gives you an opportunity.
Wow, very nice. Nowadays, people consider more papers. Yani they are after learning, but they are not after the experience. What advice can you give to these people?
That is a challenge. That is a challenge, and that is there. You find someone coming for an interview. The person has papers, but skill-wise, there is inefficiency. So what we do nowadays, there is something we've introduced in the interview aspects. So the first interview we've said is a provision of your papers. And we say truly you're qualified. That's okay. Then we invite you for the second phase of the interview. The second phase for the interview, nowadays we are doing it now, the oral interview. You come have a sitting with the panel, you explain who you are, what you do, what can you bring to the table, and all that. That is the second part of the interview. Then we proceed to the third part of the interview, where we have the practical interview. If you are applying for opportunity for a trainer, we give you a class. Yes. Go have a session of 10 minutes. And we are there behind there, we award you some marks and all that. If you're in the lab, can you go do some mixing of some chemicals and all that? Go. The platform is there. So you can't be having papers, but skill-wise, you are on the lower level. Employers are looking for people with skills. So that is why nowadays that aspect of practical aspect in the interview is actually growing. Is actually growing. So for those people, I will tell them, recheck on yourself, reassess yourself. If you know when you go for interview, you're given an opportunity for a practical aspect, and it gives you a challenge, there's something wrong. There's totally something wrong.
There is something I forget to ask you. When you go to the interview, people tell us more about yourself. And people just say the name, the day I was born. What else are you supposed to add there? Because here, it is the first step and it is where people fail.
Exactly. You've just entered. When you enter, the first thing we receive you. Welcome and have a seat. Provide your papers. Then you give us your papers. Then now, tell us about yourself. People lose marks there because you're giving us a lot of stories, a lot of values which we don't want to know, because outside there is a total of 20 people waiting for the interview. So we have 5-10 minutes with you. So when we tell you to tell us about yourself, we don't want much stories. We just need these 3 things. One, tell us about who you are. That is maybe your name and where you come from. That is enough. That is enough. And then now, yes. We already have your CV. You already have your CV. So once you tell us this is me, maybe this is where I come from, that's okay. Point number 2, tell us about your education background in a very precise manner. I've been in the university from this time to this time. I've been in the college from this time to this time. High school, very precise manner. Once you're done with the education background, we go to your work experience. Tell us, I have worked in this organization from this year to this year as who? You see? As who? As a marketing manager. That's okay. I also worked for this other organization from this time to this time as who? So once you are done with that profile of yours, that is all what we need. We don't want much stories. We need very key and direct points, because we already have your CV. Something people don't get while working with while in an interview, we have your CV and what you're presenting, they don't totally tally. That is wrong. So if you tell me you worked for this organization from 2010 to 2015, that should be the same case in your CV. So when there is a disparity, now we get hold of you. So what is there, we don't want much stories. We just want you to be very precise. Your name and where you come from, maybe. Then you go to the next step, education background. Then you go to work experience. We want someone who is very keen by quoting the timelines. I worked here from this time to this time. Because others will just come and say, I worked in University of Nairobi, I worked in Kenyatta University as a lecturer, and that is done. But when someone comes and even quoting timelines, you get an upper hand in the panel.
Wow, very nice. I'm really enjoying this show. Before we take a short break, what should the candidates keep in mind for virtual interviews versus in-person ones?
You see, now we are in the era of digital world. Sometimes you are able to be invited. I personally have done an online interview. I have done so many physical interviews, and I've even done a mobile interview as well. But there's some few things you need to check on those 2 things. One, when you're doing online interview, you can do it from anywhere.
Yes.
You can do it from your home, you can do it from any other place you want to. And it tends to give you a leeway of what you want to do, because if I'm at home, I can just decide to wear my coat and tie, but on the bottom part, I have a short, because the other members from the other side cannot see me. Then when at home, maybe there is kind of distraction that might come along. Maybe the kid is just passing by, the kid is calling, the kid wants to be with you. You see, those kind of distractions are present in those interviews. Now, when you go for a physical interview, you get a hand to have one-on-one discussion with the panel, one-on-one. They're able to view you physically, they're able to see your presentation, you're able even to, well, we don't say argue, but to disagree to agree on some point, on some basis. Again, these members, when you have a one-on-one talk, it also gives you a good theme, a dilemma of doubt, like this person is here physically presenting himself or herself. We've seen her, we've seen how he's engaging, we've seen how he's communicating. In case of a distraction, they're able to see how you handle that and all that. So people tend to like engage more or like to do the online interviews, but I would prefer the one-on-one interview. The one-on-one interviews, because when you are there, I am able to read the mind of the panel, physical appearances, conduct, communications, unlike the one for the virtual interviews. So there are some aspects you might miss, which can help you or give you an upper hand in the score sheet when you do the virtual interview, unlike the physical interview. Preference is on the physical interview. You also learn. You also learn because people tend to fear interviews because of questions. There is that absurd moment. But when you go for online, you know no one is seeing you. So there is no that aspect of engaging. But this one, because you are going to learn, these people are going to scrutinize you with questions. They need answer. They twist you and all that. You also learn and you learn and you learn. Then the aspect of having maybe worriedness in the process, at least for this one, it is reduced, unlike the one for virtual. So when you do more virtual, then at some point you come and do a physical interview, it might be a challenge for you. But when you do more consistency of physical interviews, you are good even to do an online interview and all that.
Wow.
Yes.
Very nice. Wow. I think it is a very wide conversation, man. If you have any question that you want to ask, man, unaweza ukanitumia harafa pale chini tu niambie swali langu ni hili wanze. Tuko hapa tusaidiane wakati ambapo mnaenda interviews. Ni unafaa kubeba. How do you brand yourself? Nikirejea pale tutakuwa tukibonga mengi zaidi. Usiende mbali, lakini nikukumbushe ya kwamba kama wewe ni mwanafunzi unatafuta attachment pale, TAS TV wanapeana fursa za attachment pale. Unaweza ukawasiliana nao kupitia nambari ya simu 0798154042 pale. Ukipiga nambari ya simu pale itakuwa ikipokelewa na utaambiwa ni vipi unaweza kupata attachment ya kwako. Usiende mbali, tunachukua mapumziko mafupi. Tukirejea tutakuwa tukizama na mengi zaidi. Katika kipindi tunakuletea wasanii.
What's up my guys? I go by the name Rainams.
Eti nikipita kwa macho unanipimia, na kama sina pesa unguwezi nipimia. Hapa Shenster the Poet manze.
Ngoma moto moto.
If you wanna show some love, I don't fake it too. Ida kumenya mawazo makuu, nani enedera shida, warutani waku.
Vichekesho mkisongaza, mahojiano moto moto, stori za wasanii pamoja na talanta za wasanii.
Fiki wa kasi gani kama wapatikani wakati wa shida.
Na pia kwenye kipindi utabambika, utajijenga, utaelimika, utakuza talanta yako.
My name is Rebecca Mutie, I'm a model and I'm African Kenya. I'm a student. Napenda kusikiza kipindi cha Bonga na Katoni kila Jumatatu kuanzia saa 9 mpaka saa 10.
Kumbuka ni kwenye Bonga na Katoni ndani ya TAS TV kuanzia saa 9 hadi saa 10 kila siku ya Jumatatu.
This is Bonga na Katoni in TAS TV. Karibuni.
to learn German? TAS College is the perfect place to start. Grab a partial scholarship opportunity in German language beginner course today and unlock new opportunities to work abroad.
Guten Morgen. Good morning. Guten Tag. Good afternoon. Guten Abend. Good evening. These are some of the words that you will be learning in our school. So come and join the new beginner classes for German classes at our school.
Whether it is for travel, career, or personal growth, TAS College has you covered. Whether you prefer online or physical classes, we have the ideal learning option for you. With monthly intakes and experienced instructors, you will be speaking German in no time. We are located in Thika Town along Kenyatta Highway at Nema Plaza 2nd floor opposite Thika Bazaar building. Ready to begin? Call 0798-154-042 to enroll today. TAS College, striving through talent.
Are you a campus student looking to gain real-world experience? Look no further. At Tante Africa Studios, we offer exciting attachment opportunities that will elevate your skills and boost your career. Join us in tackling real challenges and making an impact in the industry. Are you ready to step up? And don't worry, we promise to make it fun. After all, who said learning can't have a little laughter? We are located at Thika Nema Plaza 2nd floor. Apply now and take your first step towards your future. Visit our website or contact us today at TAS TV on all social media platforms. Tante Africa Studios. Your dream, our vision.
Naam, karibu tena mpenzi mtazamaji. Kumbuka tuko hapa kwa ajili yako na tuko hapa kwa ajili ya kuelimishana ni kipi ambacho nastahili kufanya. Labda wewe mwenyewe ukienda pale katika mahojiano na tuko naye mmoja hapa ambaye ni msemi sana katika masuala na interviews pale, na pia amesomea taaluma mbalimbali. Ashatuelezea pale kama ulikuwa unaanza show na sisi pale, na bila shaka kama uko na swali lolote ambalo ungependa kujua kuhusiana na wakati ambapo unaenda katika mahojiano, ni kipi ambacho unafaa kuwa nacho, ni kipi ambacho unastahili kufanya, unaweza ukawasiliana nasi hapa hivi, unaweza ukatuma arafa ya kwako hapa hivi, alafu tutakuwa tukikujibu pale. Pia nikukumbusha kwamba good news kwa wanafunzi ambao mnatafuta attachment, TAS TV tuko hapa kwa ajili yako pale. Unaweza ukawasiliana na TAS TV kupitia nambari ya simu ambayo ni 0798-154-042 pale, ili ukaweze kupata nafasi ya kwako pale. Na pia kwa wale ambao mnatafuta German languages pale, unataka kusoma German languages, unaweza ukawasiliana na TAS College kwa nambari ambayo ni 0798-154-042 pale. Ukiwasiliana na wao pale, utakuwa ukijiunga kama mmoja wao wa wale ambao wangekuwa wakitaka kusomea masuala na German languages pale. Tulikuwa katika interviews. Kuna kitu ambacho watu hufanya, mistakes during interviews.
Okay. Having been in the panel for quite some time, I've seen a person comes for the interview, and when the person leaves, I know the person says, hiyo nimepiga hiyo. Hiyo nimepiga hiyo.
Yes.
But when you go afterwards, you wait, there is no communication that is coming forth. You start wondering why. There might be some simple mistakes that you might have done during the process of the interview, which let me just share them so that people can be able to know. One is coming to the interview late.
Yes.
We always say when you are planning to go for an interview, the interview may be scheduled to take place at 10. You need to be there 30 minutes to
kabla.
Yes, 30 minutes to, so that you can be able to familiarize with the environment, with the people, and also be settled. So sometimes people tend to come late. That one tends to reduce your marks in the score sheet.
Oh, wow.
The other aspect is the one we said on communication and fluency. There's nowhere when starting our interview we told you that ata tutatumia Kiswahili. Nowhere. But you along the way you are requesting us, can I explain myself in Kiswahili? you also reduce your marks in the score sheet. We need fluency and consistency in your communication. Your dress code also, some come with maybe jeans, some come with very short skirts and all that.
Yes.
So you need to be very well presented. Matters grooming. It gives you another, if in case we see your dress code is kind of awful from my end, that one also reduces the score sheet. Documentation also, there are people who come with documentation, they are not well kept, they are tattered, some are even missing and all that, because someone says, I did my graduate long time ago, so that's why my certificate are looking at zimeraruka and all that.
Yes.
We need to have very well organized documents. Even the way you present them, you see, wow, when you give you a chance, even our documents and the office will be well organized. So, but when you come, some are missing, some are not there and all that, you also get a loss of the score sheet marks that we award you. Also, there is this aspect that there is a question that people tend to be asking in an interview.
Yes.
And what is your salary range?
Hapo sasa.
Yes.
Ndio kizungumkuti.
Kizungumkuti, because I see people fumble, I see people they don't have
great expectations.
Yes, great expectation of that.
Yes.
We need a very reasonable value of your expectations.
Yes.
What you need, because when we ask you a question, what is your package for this opportunity, and then you give me a realistic range, we tend to see you might not be serious or not clearly having an information of what you want, because the range should be +5 or -5 of what is expected.
Yes.
So when you give me a range like I need 30 to 50,000, that is an unrealistic range. So that one tend also to see like what's happening here. Then your conduct during the interview, there's a time
in the salary.
Yes.
What are you supposed to say?
So salary depends. It depends. The first thing you need to do, you
Yes.
need to have scouted around and know this organization, how much are people paid. If it is a lecturer, maybe a lecturer gets around 30,000. So you have information. Then when you go to the panel, tell them my range is around, now you add 5 maybe for 35 to 40. That is reasonable because you already got the information. In case you don't get the information,
yes,
what do you do now? Go and present yourself with your experience, your education part of training, and then how well or what do you want to bring to the table?
Yes.
The resources, the experience, and the new things that you're going to bring to the table.
Yes.
Then quote yours. What organizations are doing, they're having something called a scheme of service. So if you come for an interview, maybe that one you missed to get the maybe the exact figure of what people are paid, so you came with your figures, but then they are not unrealistic. At least you're quoting something reasonable. So we have schemes of service. If you come and quote maybe 30,000, and in our organization we give you 50,000.
Yes.
So you're still going to get the 50,000. If you come and we give 30,000 in our organization and you quote 20, we still give you the 30,000. We have something that is every organization should have called scheme of service.
Okay.
When you underquote, when you overquote, but realistically, you still get the pay. So those are some of the mistakes people do. Yes, and coming late, lack of confidence, communication barrier along the way, and all that, dress code. Then there is also this part that people, the panel ask you, maybe, do you have any question to us? Then you say, I don't have question to us. Then just leave and walk out. Yes, unajua unatafuta points. You're trying to look for some people. Yeah, just ask a question, but a reasonable question. I've seen people given such a platform. Do you have any question for us? And the guy tells us, yes, I have 5. So 5, we didn't come here for a show. Yes, we just need you to ask maybe 1 or 2 questions, reasonable ones, and then now we excuse you.
Yes.
And of course, you are going to answer. So people need to check on those small aspects. They might be grading you lowly on the score sheet. Then you find yourself within that aspect.
Hapa kwa experience,
yes,
kuna kitu watu bado hawajaijua. Kwa kila kazi, they need someone with an experience.
Yes, yes.
Lakini mbona hawaambiangi watu kujeni mlearn for the experience? Kwa sababu everywhere mtu amemaliza shule jana, anataka kazi ndio, lakini hana experience. Si waseme watu ambao wanataka kujua more about experience about this work wakuje. Kila mahali ni nini experience. Watu pay hiyo kazi ndio tupate hiyo experience. Youths were asking that question so much.
Okay.
Yes.
What happens nowadays, the industrial experts don't want to take time to train again. They don't want to take that time because they are busy. They are busy, the organization is growing, the organization is very busy. So they don't want to take another time first to train you again.
This is like a short course.
Yes, like another short course, and you see we are very busy here, we're doing our things and activities.
Yes.
So they want to avoid that. So that's why they say
Yes.
we need an experienced person. So they know where you're coming from, you already have the experience.
Okay.
The only thing we are coming to do is just giving you maybe an overview of what is expected, what is done, and all that. But we're not coming to train you. So what people should do, if you know maybe you are out of school, you don't have the experience and all that,
Yes.
go and do kinds of volunteers. Go look for attachment, even more attachment. Okay,
Yes.
there is the scheduled attachment for institutions.
Yes.
Inquire for more time in those areas. Do volunteership, do internships, and go
To
for
have
practical
more
sessions to
experience.
have more experience.
Yes.
But when you just graduate and you're already there with your papers, there are people who will come for the same interview with more years of experience than you have. So it is important. You just don't stay. No, you know, people don't like going for volunteership and,
Yes,
and
yes.
all that program. This volunteership, they tend to give you a dead advantage because you're going to get a recommendation letter from this organization, from this organization, from this organization. And in the process of that volunteership,
Yes.
there are some companies that retain you. There are some companies that can give you referrals.
Yes.
And more so, you get the recommendation.
Okay.
So when you come for an interview, you just, you know, here when in interview, we just need evidence. You can't tell me you've worked for 10 years. That one is okay. So where is the paper showing you've worked for 10 years?
Okay.
This is a recommendation letter. Okay, you can have a paper, yes, but you've not worked for 10 years. So we go to the next part, do practical. So now that's where people tend to I've done an interview of a driver.
Yes.
And the driver tells me, I have 5 years experience. Okay, so I told you, you've done it. That's fine.
Yes.
These are your papers. That's okay. So now we are going for a practical session. You take this vehicle from here, you take us there, and you bring us back. Then the driver is telling me, you're 4 years, I was just joking.
Yes.
How do you joke? You are in an interview and you need this job opportunity.
We need people who are serious.
Be serious and know what they are doing. So when you tell me you have 5 years experience, then I tell you now, you take this vehicle, you take us there and you bring us back. You say, hapana mkubwa, hii nilikuwa tunajoke. You know, you don't joke. You don't joke in interviews. Yes, yes. So people need to go for those workshops. They need to go for seminars. They need to do, there is even online programs that give you a platform to learn more and they certify you. So they check on that. They go for volunteers, internships, those online programs and all that, then they can have an added advantage in the market. Yes, yes.
We can say that jobs are there.
Jobs are there.
Experience people lack.
Exactly.
And this reminds the student in the university, when you go there, please work very hard.
Yes, yes, yes.
Because people go there, take theory, go back to the hostels, go back to where they live,
yes,
but they have no experience.
They don't have
They are
experience.
taking years. So when you are outside the university, you are going now for the experience. Let me give an example of the media.
Yes, yes.
You may go there in university, work for 4 years for media, but you have never seen any camera.
Exactly.
You have never seen any camera.
Exactly.
And you are expecting your masters to give you a job in a certain industry. The industry, they need a work experience.
Yes, yes, yes.
Actually, I've been in some of the interviews. Ninapeana karatasi zinawekwa kando.
Exactly.
I was like, nimeanguka.
What has
Nobody is after
happened?
the papers. I was like, kwani ya watu wanataka nianguka ama nini?
Yes, yes,
Walichukua this your CV, okay, good, ikawekwa, this is your application, ikawekwa. Then tell us, wewe ni nani? Umefanya hii experience ukiwa na miaka ngapi?
Yes.
And then ukimaliza hapo, let us now go for the practical. When the journalist naweza kututangazia, I was like,
yes, go.
But for me, I was good and I thank God.
You know that one? There's
Yes.
something that is upcoming. Maybe this one I'll just sometime I'll come in and share with the viewer. I'm also a consultancy.
Yes.
On the medical courses. People are really going the medical way, and some do not know how to maybe incorporate medical courses in the institutions. Some have technicals, business, but now they want the medical courses. So I'm also a consultant on that, and I'm working with a few people even within the region to incorporate these courses. There is a course that is called like now mortuary science that is upcoming.
Yes.
And you find that someone has just been to school. You're in school for 2 years, they are doing a diploma.
Yes.
You've never stepped in the mortuary. Then the day now you present you there.
Kumbe mtu akikupa
now you change your course again. But now when you know this is what you're doing.
Yes.
And I would urge even the institutions to create such platforms. We can engage the students even on weekends. Can they be going to the workstations?
Okay.
The industry based.
Kazi inakaja.
Yes, kazi inakaje huku mambo inaenda namna gani. There's something called industry education tailor-made. I think, and I've seen TVET is coming up with such programs.
Yes.
You just don't train at school, then you release the students. That is the disadvantageous person in the market. Keep them busy, create partnership with organizations, companies, hospitals, and all that. Over the weekend, these students can be going there. That one is also another learning platform and gaining of experience. So opportunities are there. It's just a matter of how people package themselves.
Okay.
That is the only issue.
Themselves
And how you
there.
also present themselves. That is the only issue.
Yes. How can job seekers clean up, enhance their digital footprint?
You know, now we are in this era of digital world, and most of the things are going online.
Yes.
Yeah, and even I find some job opportunities online. Some people also have the aspect of posting an advert.
Yes.
So we have LinkedIn, we have Facebook, we have Twitter that are globally, even in other countries and all that.
Yes.
So what happens? You do a posting. Number one, you need to keep checking on the advert you did. People might have tend to do some part of feedbacks and comments that are negative, so which you need to hide or drop them. And then the poster that you also did on the advert should be positively relaying information. Nowadays, you go for a job interview because there's some companies advertising online. The employers will ask you, do you have an online platform? Yes, I do. Facebook. Maybe can we get your name or profile or something? You give them. And then when they go online, the videos they see there you posting and the photos, they are very awful. So that is the online presence we are saying. When they go online, they need to see someone. Okay, this is the person we are looking for.
Yes.
But they don't see you half naked in clubs dancing, holding ladies along the way and all that. No. Well, so that is the online presence that they say you need to keep checking your profile.
Okay.
Someone might be having a negative aspect of you. So the person goes online and gives a negative comment, which is just kukufuatilia or just want to taint your name. So what you do, you keep checking your profile, updating your profile, removing the negative feedback and comments, posting good positivities there. That is the only
mtandao inatomea wengi
sana. And people don't know.
Wao wanaonanga like ni place ya kujientertain, but professionally hii kitu inakuwa sana.
Yes. Because when we give you a platform in this organization, we need to see you attached to us. Maybe you're even posting a photo of you in our workstations, in your online platforms. We can get clients, we can get inquiries and all that.
Yes.
So if these are your photos, the bad photos that you posted, and then you are tagging our organization there, people will be like, what is happening here? Is this company really serious? And all that.
By the way, unajua utasikiza TV. Unapigiwa simu, let me call this Christian.
Yes.
Ibada ni kesho. Uko like, kama tiachin, is this one a Christian?
Yes. You wonder, have I called the wrong number? Yes. Because nowadays we want to go digital, and employers want to take advantage of online platforms.
Yes.
So they might tend to use you as the let me not say marketer, but ambassador.
Yes.
So sometimes we'll take a photo here with you, and then you post it online.
Yes.
And once you post it on, there's someone who is going to see that. So when you have negative aspect of in your platforms, that one is way much not positively interacted with the social media platforms. So keep checking, editing, and posting good vibes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kwanza hapa kwa Facebook.
Yes.
Watu wamesoma. Hata kwa mitandao unapata mtu amekejeli government.
Very true.
Unaenda kuuliza kazi kwa government.
Yes, you are there. Then they ask you, we saw your post. Tell us, you know, I've ever done an interview of a person who also did such kind of a posting, and then he was negatively influencing some people. And then when the person comes for it was actually a post for a DC. No, assistant DC. So the person comes and I can bring out the profile and I ask, but this is you, so maybe tell us. This is what you did on the other time, and now here you are coming for such an opportunity. So what is the deviance here? They're not matching, and then the person starts giving you stories. You know, I changed. Why didn't you change back then before you came now to this to this era? So those are platforms that can really make you lose an opportunity.
How can someone practice or improve their interview skills on their own?
There's something. Now when you are talking about the pre-interview, that forms part of that. You need, number one, to know exactly who you are.
Yes.
Who you are. You know your qualifications and skills.
Yes.
Now you know your personal branding. Now that was, you know yourself. When you go to the market and you're given an opportunity for 2 minutes, explain to us who you are in 2 minutes. That's something you can do very quickly. But if you're fumbling you are given 2 minutes and you are now 15th minute and still no substance information is coming from your end, there is an issue. So these people should do something called mock interviews. Just sit on your own.
Yes.
Do practice. Do practice. Take a mirror. Use a recording of your phone. You use a friend. Do more mock interviews. They correct you again, and all that. Number two, you need also to research on the basic or common questions for an interview and how to answer them.
Yes.
That's why we say now the use of technology now. Don't just be in TikTok, Facebook all along the whole day. Research. What are some of the common questions for an interview? There are those basic questions like, tell us about yourself, what are you going to bring to the table, such things. So research more on the
about that.
Yes, about that. Go online. I have even someone called Career Vids. I think the guy is in YouTube, does very good interviews.
Yes.
So just go listen. Just go listen and also practice. You listen, practice, and then you can be able to tell, where exactly am I going wrong? Where am I going wrong? Or this person is doing this, I did this. Or how can I improve this? So we have these platforms, online platforms, that people can also use them.
Yes.
To know more about interviews, learn more about interviews, and then do more of practice. Yes.
What trends are shaping the job market right now that job seekers should be aware of?
You know, like what we said, as a graduate, and immediately you become a graduate, you definitely become a job seeker. So what is this that is needed from you?
Yes.
One, skills and competence.
Yes.
I said employers don't have time to come and train you again.
Yes.
No. So we need people who have skills and competent people. Two, we need people who know how to present themselves when you're given a platform. I've gone to places that you're given a very short period of time to do a project and do a presentation. You know, there's a group of professors there, and they don't want you to take much of their time. So you have like 20 minutes to present a whole project and all that. So how you present yourself is very important. Three, you also need to do networking. Network is very key. So that there's a difference between network and connection. So connection, I might not be qualified, but someone gives me a platform. But for networking, I'm qualified. It's just a helping hand that I need for me to cross over to the next part. So networking is also very key. We also have the other aspect called continuous professional development. People need to every time keep learning and improving and advancing. That is continuous professional development.
Yes.
Don't just stay. Because me, I did my degree, I'm okay now. People did a degree.
Yes.
People are doing short courses. People are even advancing.
Yes.
Because we always say, all of you here are qualified.
Yes.
So what makes you outstanding from the other people? I have a degree, you have a degree.
Yes.
We are all qualified.
Let us go to the skills now.
Yes, we are all qualified.
Yes.
So what is going to make me more valuable than you now? I have more certifications. I have more continuous professional development, short courses, improved skills and all that. So that is what people should know.
Yes.
Don't just stay. Keep advancing, keep upgrading.
The time it is not on our side.
Yes.
The last question, what final advice will you give to someone re-entering the job market after a long break?
Oh, yeah, there are people who might have gone and then now they want to come back to the landline.
Yes.
So these people, what I would tell them is, number one, they need to readjust. We have new ways of writing CVs, we have new ways of writing letters and all that. They might not be aware.
Yes.
They might be still in the old modern way of writing them. So they need to readjust and know the modern way of writing these documents. Two, they also need to be flexible because now the world is changing. It is not where I was last time, you'll find me this time. I might have done a different course, but in the platform I'm getting is totally different. So there is something called switching of career.
Yes.
That is now the other thing. They should be ready or to switch careers. Then they also need to be upskilling themselves, that is what with continuous development, continuous professional development. They need to be learning. The environment is way much going faster.
Yes.
So they need to be learning. And finally, they need also to be very much conversant with technology.
Wow.
Where they were, and technology is growing every day. So every day they need to learn a new thing. So if you are out of the market for quite some time, things have changed.
Yes.
There are way much new good things and products that have come. So it is upon the person to readjust quick and even go now along with the new technologies, new things, new amenities and all that. So just the adjustment is a key aspect.
Yes.
And then switching of careers, flexibility and all that.
Wow.
Yes.
Very nice. Nini unaweza kuambia mayouths wenye wanakusikiza, wale wako shule,
Yes.
wale ambao wanatafuta kazi? Just 1 minute you address them.
Good. So to the youth, the platforms are there and the opportunities are there. What matters or what makes you different from the larger group or what makes you outstanding is how you package yourself. That is the only way out to this. You'll get a platform, but people have also known how to package themselves better, improving their lifestyle, presentation, communication, documentations and all that. So go online, do research. There are those platforms that are going to learn more on this. And then when there is an opportunity, don't fear. Just present yourself. We always say, every day be ready for tomorrow. Thank you.
Wow, very nice.
Yes.
Mi mwenyewe nimeshukuru
Yes,
sana.
yes.
It was a very nice conversation. Tutatafuta tena tuimalizie because kuna mambo ambayo sijaguza vizuri
Yes,
na
yes, yes,
ningependa
yes.
kufikia wengi. Kuna kitu umeongea sana na kikanifurahisha sana. Umesema ya kwamba ukienda interview, kuna venye unaweza toka ukajua ya kwamba hii nimepita. And this reminds me back when I was in high school. I tried the first time public speaking in Swahili.
Good.
So tukiwa pale kwa set, kila mtu dakika mbili zaka ongea. Wakati I was the last person actually. Wakati nilimaliza hata bila kuambiwa na yule jamaa, nilijua ndio nimepita.
You are the best.
In the even wakati alikuwa anasoma actually finally alikuja kuniambia you are the best person for this Swahili. Sasa saizi ndio nimejua presentation yako inaweza ikakuweka mahali fulani.
Very correct.
Cha msingi tena zaidi, skills are necessary outside.
Skills.
Kazi ziko mingi tena zaidi. But what makes you different, it is not the degree or masters, it is the skills what you have. And also I'm requesting even the companies to give more offers to the volunteering. So that people can learn. I know you cannot give them job, you cannot give them other opportunities.
Let them come and learn.
Let them come and learn. I think that one it is the best thing ever they can do.
Best ever.
Thank you very much for your coming. nami.
Thank you so much.
Tupatane tena wakati mwingine.
Yes.
Mungu akubariki na pia ukuwe na siku maridadi.
Thank you so
Kwaheri.
much. Asante.
Katika kipindi tunakuletea wasanii.
What's up my guys? I go by the name Reynams.
Eti nikipita kwa macho unanipimia na kama sina pesa unguwezi nipimia hapa Shenster the Poet manze.
Ngoma moto moto.
If you wanna show some love, show some love, I don't fake it. Hey, da kumenya mawazo makuu. Nani anadera shire? Oh, arutani waku.
Vichekesho. Mkisongaza. Mahojiano moto moto. Stori za wasanii pamoja na talanta za wasanii.
Rafiki wa kasi gani kama wapatikani wakati wa shida.
Na pia kwenye kipindi utabambika, utajijenga, utaelimika, utakuza talanta yako.
My name is Rebecca Mutie. I'm a model and I'm African Kenya. I'm a student. Napenda kusikiza kipindi cha Bonga na Katoni kila Jumatatu kuanzia saa 9 mpaka saa 10.
Kumbuka ni kwenye Bonga na Katoni ndani ya TAS TV kuanzia saa 9 hadi saa 10 kila siku ya Jumatatu.
This is Bonga na Katoni in TAS TV. Karibuni.